Привет.
Bonjour.
Hey everyone, welcome to The Morning Brew, Season 1, Episode 18 with Vienna Whyte, a YEG music production. We are your hosts. I'm Marissa Kay.
Amelia Rouge.
And we're both from Vienna Whyte, and
Yeah.
we're having a grand old time.
We are. Apparently we're both zombies, but we're trying to act like we're not.
I'm not a zombie. What are you
I'm
talking
not
about?
tired. So our topic for today, let me pull up the exact wording.
Yeah, I was working on this morning.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Top 5 things on our summer bucket list. We each do our own 5. So top 5 things on our summer bucket list.
Mm-hmm. So I was trying to think about this, and I mean, I have different things for different reasons, but they're all varying amounts of like crazy, like I guess, or not crazy, but like, because if I'm talking about a bucket list, that's kind of like things you want to do before you die. But then I also have things that I just like haven't done since I was like a kid. So yeah, I have a couple of those things. So like we'll both start with like one, and then let's go down our list. So like,
Yeah, because this specifically is for summertime.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of changes things, right? So, yeah, I can go first. I don't totally have my top 5 things right now, but I'm gonna think of them.
Well, I can start with my first one.
Mm-hmm.
So I started from like big to like smaller.
Okay.
Like my one big thing that I want to do during the summer, just because it's summertime, is I want to travel to Europe, and I want to travel all through Europe. So like spend summer going through Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be super fun.
Well, and I went to Ukraine last summer, and I just remember how much I loved that. And that was just one country with like three different cities. But I just, I've always wanted to have, this sounds like really cheesy and really like romanticized, but I don't even care. I've always wanted to go to Paris and sit in a cafe and have a croissant and have a little like espresso and just like sit there and just like enjoy Paris. And I really want to do that. And that sounds really, really cheesy and really romanticized, but again, I don't care.
That's what you do in
That's
Paris.
who I am.
That's what you do in Paris.
Yes.
The amount of times, well, when I went there last summer, I had a chocolate baguette every single day, but it wasn't really a baguette. It was like a huge loaf of bread, and I would eat the whole thing. And yeah, you'd sit in these restaurants, and people just sit there and they just enjoy their meal. It's really nice, and people stay there for hours. Like, you know how in Canada, the restaurant is seen as kind of like, not like they rush you out, but like it's not really like, people don't normally stay 2 to 3 hours at these places, but there it's like, it's a thing.
Yeah. And because I remember when I went to that cafe, what was it, whatever it was, Cafe Leopold, I just remember like really enjoying it, even though we weren't sitting outside, but I was I've always pictured that. And I always pictured like a little French accordion in the background, and like there's somebody singing, and like there's like a rose on my table, and yeah, it's like, I don't know.
I don't know where you'd find that in Paris. I'm trying to think of where you could go.
I don't know. Don't ruin the dream for me, okay? It's there. It's there for me, okay?
Well,
I'll bring my own accordion.
What I will tell you is, if you go, let's say you like want to go sit in front of, like really close to the Eiffel Tower, or like the Louvre or whatever, there's lots of monuments you can go to. Just the more expensive the cafe is, the closer you are to the tourist attraction. And there's lots of cafes that are not in the tourist locations that are just as beautiful. Like if you just look upon like the apartment buildings, like the architecture is so nice. So I think you can really go anywhere to have that same experience.
Yeah.
In Paris.
Yeah, exactly. And like, you know, and Paris is just one of the places, but I've always wanted to go to like Germany, Austria. I feel like actually Poland would be kind of cool, just because like I think my aunt was born in Poland, so I think that'd be really interesting to go see that.
What it's like.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other places that I want to go there. I don't know, just kind of like all around, I think it'd be really cool. Yeah. Europe. Coffee in Europe.
Would you go by yourself, or would you want to go with like your brother or your friend, or?
That is a very good question. I think I'd probably take my best friend. I feel like that would be really fun. when she was on the France trip back in high school, she she climbed. So they went to the top of the Eiffel Tower, and then she took out her little digital camera because we didn't have like smartphones back then.
Yep.
And she was filming from the top of the Eiffel Tower, and she started singing "Paris holds the key to your heart" from Anastasia, and it was really adorable, and I loved it.
That's cute.
I would 100% go with her.
Yeah,
that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I guess, well, I mean, I'm kind of stealing your idea, but I guess if I start from biggest as well too, this June or May, I was supposed to go to Cuba. So, I mean, depending on just life in general, I really wanted to go somewhere warm just because I recently went to Europe, right? So I really want to go somewhere warm so that I can just like relax and just like literally do like almost nothing. And I've never been to an all-inclusive before. So I'm very curious to try one because I know most people like them. Like I know some people are like, but most people really like resorts. So I really wanted to do that this summer, but we'll see.
I will say that all-inclusives are like pretty fun, even though they're like super, super touristy, but like if you go, it depends on the purpose of your trip. If the purpose of your trip is just to go relax and have fun, all-inclusives are great. If your trip is to like go and see the cities and explore the culture, then don't get all-inclusive because you're not going to get it there.
Exactly.
But I went on a grad trip with a bunch of my friends because they were graduating, but I was graduating after them. So we all went together to Mexico, and I think there's actually videos of it on YouTube of our trip, which is actually super fun. We had them like somebody edited them all together, and it was really pretty. And I remember just like we had a blast. Like it was only 5 days, but oh my gosh, it was so much fun. And I think it's like you have to go with the right people.
Totally.
But I remember like the second we touched down in the airport there, we were not sober for a single second of that trip. So
well, that's the best thing about all inclusives is I just love like the food. To me, free food, free alcohol to me is just like, that's just dangerous. But
I had tacos one day of that trip. I had tacos for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I love my tacos.
They're that good.
They're really good, and like the nice tacos, not like the hard shell ones that you fill it up. It was like, here's like a little tortilla. You can make like 6, and you can have different kinds. Oh,
so good. Oh, so good.
I want tacos now. I'm hungry.
You know, me too. Shiz. So I think that would be my top 5 for right now.
Well, that's your top 1.
Oh yeah, my number 1, I guess. My number 1 going down to my top 5, I guess.
Yes.
I think my next one would be to successfully grow a vegetable garden.
Oh, that's a good one. I never even considered that.
Yeah, because it's something I'm going to do. I just haven't obviously done it yet because the soil is not on sale yet where I'm going to get it. But and I mean it's still like nice, but we need like a week or so more before it gets, I feel like, really, really nice. But I want to successfully grow it and like make a friggin' salad with the vegetables I grow and roast some veggies and just be like, this came from my own hands.
That actually sounds like a pretty good goal. I like that. I like that a lot. Mine is actually very similar to your number 2, except instead of growing things, I just have people over. I want to do a really nice backyard concert, like really nice with like all the lights set up and like a canopy and tables and all that jazz. Like make it really nice and pretty. I've always wanted to do that, and since I have like this really nice backyard, I was like, I've always wanted to do it.
Well, if we are still in the time that we're in whenever you have this concert, if you have this summer, the thing like I would be concerned about is like noise and neighbors. But I think if you did it during this time, in like a few months from now, people would be like, I want to watch. I want to
be sitting in their backyard. The deer, oh my gosh. And then the deer would come by. They'd be like, what's happening?
There's
and then I would be surrounded by deer as I'm playing. And like, then the birds would come. I'd be a real Disney princess. It'd be amazing.
That would be awesome.
And then the coyotes would come in and just everyone would run away.
Yeah. Like,
we don't talk about the coyotes.
That's really cool. And I like that. That's a good idea. I really like that one. Yeah, I guess my number 3 would be, number 3. I really wanted to go to the mountains. It's kind of like always something I want to do. And then I'd say
During
I'm
the
going to
summer?
do it. Yeah. And then I say I'm going to do it, and then I never end up really going. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, like I'll go in July or something. And then I never end up going. I think this season though, the parks are closed. I don't know up until when, but you definitely can't camp. So it would have to be like a hotel stay in trip. But a few years ago I went to Jasper with one of my friends, like when we were like 20 or something, and we stayed at a hotel, and it was like actually a very good time. So I would do that again. Like, I don't
That
mind
sounds like,
staying in a hotel.
yeah, that sounds like it'll be really fun. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not much of a camper. People are like, let's go camping. I'm like, hey, that sounds terrible. Let's not instead.
Let's
Um,
not and say we did.
yeah, basically, unless it's like a fully functioning,
Mm-hmm.
super expensive RV, then
Right.
yeah, I'll go. If I can stay in an RV, I'll go. But if you're gonna make me sleep in a tent, I'm not even gonna apologize. I don't care. I don't care if you think less of me. I don't want to sleep in a tent, and I don't care what you think about that. I just don't
Mm-hmm.
want to.
I don't actually mind camping, and I'm such a city girl, and I'm always like, why do I not like mind camping? But I think it's because I went to summer camp and I got used to bugs, and I mean, I still don't like bugs, but I have like allergies to every tree, so I really should never go camping. But
I mean, if I'm put into a situation, I can adapt and I'm fine with it. But if I have the choice
yeah,
of sleeping in a tent or not sleeping in a tent, I'm going to choose not sleeping in a tent every single time. I'm
true,
like, this is why we
true,
evolved. This
yeah.
is why we started building. We don't need to sleep in tents anymore.
That is a good point. That's a very good point. It's
But I
definitely
understand.
yeah, it's a
I
personality.
under,
Like,
yeah, well, and I understand people who like to do it. Like they've told
yeah.
me, and they get all judgy when they tell me I haven't been camping. They have this weird look on their face. I'm like, yeah, I've never been camping. They're like, what? And I'm like, no, because I don't like it, and
Yeah.
it's yeah. Anyway,
And animals are
um,
kind of scary because you're
a
very,
little
very
bit,
vulnerable in this tent, and I'm just like,
yeah. And I mean, I really don't like bugs where I'm sleeping because I have this really irrational fear of bugs crawling in my ear when I'm sleeping.
ugh.
Because I had a mosquito once fly almost into my ear, and ever
I was
since then
just
I'm
gonna
freaking
say,
out.
have you ever been sleeping and you're like,
Ugh.
and then all of a sudden you hear right in your ear,
Oh,
you're just like, and you just
oh,
smack your head, and you're like,
ah,
ah!
I hate it.
It's the
That gave me
worst.
just like so many chills
Yeah,
down my back. I
I've had that
can't.
happen so many times in summer, and it's just like an awful feeling.
Well, and I think it's because I saw this one. It was like a medical inside the ER thing.
Ew.
And it was like a show where this girl had like this buzzing in her head, like this. She's like, it sounds like a helicopter, and she said it was really
Oh.
painful. And then they poured like some like really strong alcohol down her ear to kill whatever was in there.
Ew.
They pulled out a June bug from her ear, and it was like this big. Yeah. So ever since then, I've been terrified of bugs crawling into my ear, and I slept with earplugs for a long time.
Yeah, that's
Um,
fair. You
yeah.
know that like saying where they're like, in your lifetime, 8 spiders crawled into your mouth.
Ugh,
See, people
gross.
like, I think people debug that. But they're like, it's not true because spiders would not do that, and like, it's just not a thing. But I mean, you never know. Ugh, gross.
Ish, yeah.
Think about it.
Okay,
Anyways,
moving on. I don't want to think about that
next
anymore.
number, number 4.
Yeah, no, it's my number 3.
Oh yeah,
My
you're
number
number 3.
3
Sorry.
is something that I actually haven't done in a long time. And I think I mentioned this the last time I was at your place,
Mm-hmm.
was I want to have a water fight. Like really, really badly. I want to have a water fight.
Oh.
And I haven't had, like, I think back to the last one I had. It's like one of those things where like you and your friends all went out to play and you didn't realize it was your last time. That's the same thing with water fights. I've been telling myself every summer that I wanted to have a water fight and I never have. And I
That's
don't know
awesome.
why. I just really want to. I want to like go fill up my water balloon in the hose. I want to like get my super soaker and just like chase people around. I don't know. It was a
Awesome.
simple pleasure. Simple
That's
pleasure of the
also like a
90s.
very summer thing to do, right? I love that.
Yes.
That's
I
really
don't know.
cool.
I just remember having so much fun. And then the best feeling afterwards was like after you're like soaking wet, you like go upstairs, you change into dry clothes, and then you just like sleep, and it's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Oh, and you're just like so cozy, and you're like a little bit exhausted, so you eat a bunch of
Yeah.
food, and nah.
The best. See, I miss those kinds of summers, man. Back in the
Yeah.
90s, early 2000s, so much
I
fun.
miss like going to pools or lakes, and then you get like so exhausted because you just like use so much energy as a child, and then like I said, you come home and you're hungry, and then you're like, you have such a nice nap because you just like exerted so much of yourself, and just
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Actually, that makes me think about my number 4. My number 4, I always go to, well, almost every summer I go to Sylvan Lake, which is like an
Ooh.
hour and a half out of Edmonton, really close to Red Deer. But I used to like camp there every single summer. So for me, it was a really cool experience because I would like every summer when I was like 16 or 15, I would get to like, it would usually go for the full 2 months because I worked there for 6 years or something. I would like be so excited because I'm like, I get to leave my parents and I get to hang out with my friends, because like I started to become friends with people that would come back every year, and then I would go with my one friend Christy all the time. So it was like so much fun to go there, and like the town itself is really tiny, like there's nothing to do, but we would always go to like, even if we've gone back like in previous years, like I think we went like 2 years ago or something, they have like a really cute old-fashioned diner, so we always go there. There's like an awesome ice cream shop like right along the board, so you can like walk along the water and everything like that. And it's just like, there's not a lot of people, but like if you go on a nice day, it obviously can get pretty busy because it's like the only kind of like lake that's close by to to Edmonton. But it's just really nice, and like we would always go and like we would like go to the Walmart and we'd like buy something super tacky. So it was just like always a good time to go there. Like we've even gone in the winter time, and it's still fun. I think it's just like because I have so many fond memories of that place. Every
Mm-hmm.
time I go there, I'm like, there's nothing to do here, but it's so much fun. So I think the number 4 would be to go there for a day trip
I
slash
like that.
whatever.
It's
Yeah.
making, just listening to that is making me nostalgic, and I don't think I've
Aw.
ever been there. Just like,
Well,
I
we should
like,
go. I tell everyone. Every one of my friends, I'm always like, we should go to Sylvan Lake one day, have a picnic, blah blah blah.
well, when you bring that up, it's like, you know, when you have those certain memories with your friends, and like
Mm-hmm.
you bringing up the fact that you like wet, like I can just imagine being like, it's like 30 degrees outside, you're
Yep.
really, really hot, and like you're like, you're kind of like sticking together a little bit because it's so hot,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go into the
Mm-hmm.
Walmart and it's just air conditioned, and then you
Yes.
go by like a beach ball, and you're like, all right, we're gonna play
Yes.
a game later, and then you like, you know, go stop at McDonald's to grab an
Mm-hmm.
iced coffee on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Totally. Totally. And when
Yeah,
I
I
was
feel that in my
16,
heart.
yeah, when I was 16, that place was like the ultimate freedom zone because I had no parents. So even when I go back there now, I'm like, ooh, freedom, even though
Yeah.
it's like a population of like 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I think that's definitely something I for sure want to do.
I
So I
like
used to
that.
like, yeah,
I like that a lot. I
yeah.
have, my number 4 is kind of like a longer thing. Um, but I really, really wanted to take a road trip to California.
Mm. Ooh.
Um, because when I was younger, we went, me and my parents and my brother, we went to Disneyland, and
Mm-hmm.
that was like with our dance group. So like we were dancing for, I forget what it was called. It was like Behind the Magic or Dance the Magic or something.
Okay.
Um, where we got to like perform in the parade, which was really cool. And it's like
Mm.
we learned like this Hannah Montana routine. I'll have to show it to you later. It's
That's
amazing.
awesome.
There's like the Cheetah Girls Shake Your Tail Feather, and then Hannah Montana
Oh,
Life's What You Make It. And I think I remember a little bit of both of them. So we're like
that's
dancing
awesome.
down the road and waving at people. But I've always wanted to go as an adult with like a group of friends and
Mm.
just like drive down to California.
Yeah.
And because I've seen Anaheim, I've been to Los Angeles, but like I haven't really been to like the, you know, like the very California-y things that you can do. So
Right.
like going to the beachfront, going
Mm-hmm.
to, oh, what the heck is it called? It's off, I can't think of the name of it, but it's just
Uh,
like, anyway. So just like when you picture California, what do you picture? That's what I want to do. Like
mm-hmm. Yeah.
everything.
See, I don't
And
really know the touristy things to do. That's why I'm like, I don't know. Like the beach, yeah, like you said.
like going to the vineyards would be really, really cool in
Ah,
California.
okay.
Going to the beach, going like
Mm-hmm.
I can't surf, but I'd love to like try. I'd
Ooh,
love
that'd be
someone to like
fun.
try to teach me how to surf.
Yeah,
Just because I know it'd be very difficult and I probably suck at it, but I want to say that I did it. So like,
exactly. Yeah.
you know, I want to say
Yeah.
that I at least tried. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I don't know. I have this like really weird romanticized vision of California, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I have this very weird like dream of it in my head, and I've always just wanted to go. And like
Cool.
at one point, I'd love to like live there for like a couple months. I think that'd be really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But
Be so awesome to live in a warm place. Oh, what a
it'd be,
concept.
yeah. I don't know. I just, maybe it's Hollywood, just like romanticizing
shoving it
Disney,
down your
but
throat.
with like that commercial with like all the celebrities who are like, they say California, we're all just skateboard or whatever. And I remember watching that. I was like, ah, that's kind of funny, but also like I'm kind of down with it and I want to go. Yeah.
There's something I was gonna ask you. Nope, left my brain. Sorry, it's gone.
No, it's all good.
Would you want to go back to Disneyland? That's what I was gonna ask.
Oh yeah, 100%. I want to go back so bad. I miss it. It's been too long. I need to go back.
It's so expensive though.
I don't care. I'll sell my firstborn to go back to. I'm kidding.
I'll sell Dexter.
No, I could never sell him.
No,
I could never do it. No,
I would cry. No,
I would too. Mostly because I'd want him to come. So I want him to come and meet Pluto and come and meet the dog from Up. Oh, it'd be so cute.
Oh my God, that'd be so freaking cute.
Legitimately, you have no idea how much I love Disneyland. Like, I'm the perfect person to go to Disneyland with because I will make that whole trip worth your time. We will get to the park and I'll be like, okay, get your walking shoes on, put on your sunglasses, put on your
ears on.
Get your ears on. This is the plan. And I'll like pull out this giant plan. I'm like, okay, we're going to go here. Then we're going to go to Adventureland. Then we're going to go to Jungle Cruise. And then we're going to go to Pirates of the Caribbean. Then we're going to water off at Splash Mountain. And then we're going to do this. Like that's my.
It's a whole day affair. It's a whole day affair.
Yes.
It totally is.
You'd have trouble keeping up with
me. Oh, that's awesome. You'd get your money's worth, that's for sure.
With me, 100% you would.
Totally. Okay, our last one. Number 5.
What's your last one? Can't think of one.
Well, I don't know.
I'll start with mine.
Okay, you start.
Similar to what you said about Sylvan Lake, I have very fond memories of Kelowna when I was a little kid. We went to Kelowna. And my brother and our 2 friends, they go every year around like Canada Day weekend. And they just like go and they go to the lake and they, drink and whatnot. Yeah. And I haven't been there since I was a kid. And I here's how beautiful it is from everybody that has ever been there. They're like, Kelowna, you need to go to Kelowna, you need to go. And I was like, okay. Yeah. And I really want to go I haven't been tubing since I was a kid either. So I want to do that. Or just like go
so much fun.
Yeah. Or just like go on a boat or get in a canoe and just like, around the lake. I think that'd be really, really fun.
Yeah.
I haven't done it in a long time.
Yeah. Tubing is like so much fun, but it's also so much pain. Like when you fall out and you get smacked on the water, holy, like the next day you're just like, I think just the more as I get older, it would be more painful, I think. Cause like the last time I went was probably like when I was 23, 22. So I feel like it would make a difference. Like, I feel like you would be a little bit sore.
Probably. I'd still do it though.
Yeah, I would too. Totally. I would die, but I would do it.
I'd be like, I'm still young. I can do it. I'm still young.
Totally. I think for my last one, I did this in kind of a weird order, but I think I would say I would like to get a second tattoo.
You have one tattoo?
Yes. I can't really show it to you right now because it's on camera. Not that it's inappropriate. It's not my butt. It's just right here.
Oh, what's the tattoo of? I didn't know you had a tattoo.
Yeah. It says sans peur, which translates to no fear or fearless. And it's in my dad's handwriting. It's pretty cute.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's a good one to put on a list, getting another tattoo. Yeah. I actually thought about getting one when I was in Ukraine, just because it's super cheap, but it's still really high quality.
Right.
A couple of my friends did it, and I saw their tattoos when they came back. I was like, oh my God, I got to get it when I go. And then I chickened out and I didn't do it.
You should do it. It's fun.
So if I go back to Ukraine, 100%, I will definitely get one.
Yeah.
It's
cool.
Yeah. Did it hurt a lot to get a tattoo?
It only lasted 10 minutes. The area I chose is the most sensitive area though. So the first 8 minutes was fine. And the last 2 minutes I wanted to die, but then it was done. Nice. So I was like, well, there you go. But it cost me too much money for this tiny little, but I mean, it lasts forever, but so much money.
You get what you pay for with tattoos though, I find.
Yeah. Well, I got it in like Chinatown, downtown Toronto, which was like expensive. So yeah. And what is your number 5?
That was my number 5.
Oh
That
yeah,
was my Kelowna thing.
right. Because
Yeah.
I was thinking.
I mean, if I had to add a number 6 to it. Okay, really quickly, honorable mention.
Yeah.
I want to have like a really, really fancy, like bougie date night, like where I want to like get dressed up and I want to go out to have dinner on the patio, and then I want to go dancing, and then I want to go walk by the ledge grounds. Like that's
Do the
just,
whole thing.
yeah.
That
The
would be
romantic in my brain is like, let's do
it. Let's do it. All right, everyone. That is all the time that we have for today. Thank you for tuning in.
So once again, I'm Marissa Kay.
I'm Millie Rouge.
And make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell button to be notified when our shows come out. We release them daily, Monday to Friday. They come out 6 a.m. every single day. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.